Well, how's it going today, folks? I'm Braap and welcome back to the Braap Shack. Today we're going to continue on with the TTR230 with the blown head gasket that was blowing bubbles. Gasket set finally came in. Typical Hay River style. It's a week late, and I know the owner has been quite anxious to get his bike back. There's been some nice dirt biking weather out, and he's anxious to get his bike back. So we finally got the gasket set in. So we're gonna do a couple things and throw it back together. Let's take a look. So we went with the Vertex gasket set. We got the head gasket. Those two O-rings are for timing covers. The big O-ring is for the cam gear and cam chain cover. That little one is for the cam chain tensioner. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna set the valves while we're here on the bench. Exhaust should be between 0.15 millimeter and 0.19 millimeter, and this is 0.18 because my gauge set goes from 0.15 to 0.20, so this is the only one in between 0.18, and it's very loose. For the other side, the intake should be between 0.05 and 0.09. And this is a 0.07 right dead in the center of that. I mean, even this 0.18 fucking fits in there. So it's very, very loose. So we're going to adjust those while we got it here on the bench. As long as you know that your cam is at top dead center, you need not worry about it being in the bike or not. So I'll set you up. We'll turn on the light here. I'll set you up, and let's get this timing set, and then let's fucking throw this thing back together. And then we got to go through the carb, because the carb was over fueling like hell. Was one of the other issues that the owner pointed out. So you loosen off your cinch nut, which should not be that tight. Holy shit. Oh, fuck, does that ever not need to be that tight? Oh. Okay. So now intake between 0.05 millimeter and 0.09 millimeter. This is 0.07. Slide the feeler gauge in there. You gotta loosen off the lock nut enough that you can spin this little square shaft. It's probably not the shape of any screwdriver or wrench, because you don't need that kind of tight or tension on it. Just finger tight will do. There we go. Can we get it back in there? No. A little bit of resistance in there. Yeah. But I can still slide it in and out. Perfect. Look around at the exhaust. Remember, like I said, between 0.15 and 0.19. So here we got 0.18 millimeter. Remember, this is a millimeter. This is Yamaha, so metric. Oh man. Oh, holy shit. A little too tight. Go back and just check on the first one we did on the intake. You know, you don't have to, but double checking is better than backing up. Okay. Let's take that guy, put a new gasket into him. Or a new O-ring. 16 foot-pounds, going a crisscross pattern. No way. Well then, that would explain why it was so loose. Somebody has tried to tighten these in the past, and they've stripped the ever-living shit out of them. See, that's the thing, with this only supposed to have 16 foot-pounds of torque on them, if somebody come along with even a ratchet and give it a good tug, that's, you know, you can get 50, easy 50 foot-pounds out of a ratchet, you know. Ah, shit. Well, let's pull this off, and let's see what our options are. Oh, wow. That's really shitty. What the fuck? You know what? This might be some type of Healy coil that somebody's put in there. But I mean, it pulled any threads that it was in, it pulled them right out. See, here's the head bolt. And then there's the threads that it threads into, which also has threads on it. And all of these thread pieces were on the outside of these threads. So that means any threads that were in the block are gone. Okay, give me a second. Well, it looks like we're back at the waiting game on this one. I'll show you what happened. See, this and this those are called TIME-SERTs. See, they got threads inside, threads outside. Same basic idea as a Healy coil, except they're solid. They're like a tapped and just like a bushing. So they're supposed to be a lot stronger than a Healy coil. You can find lots of stories on the internet about people in this exact motor engine and this exact problem, stripped out bolts, because of the low torque value for the head bolts. People just go to tighten them down, and you know, if something's rated for 16 foot-pounds, you strip that out with an open-end wrench. I mean, so these two TIME-SERTs came from this hole and this hole. This one, I'll get a light here. This one, as you can see, is almost flush. It should be down like 5/16. So it's already begun pulling out. I tried to turn it and it won't turn in or out, so that tells me it's jammed, it's not backed out. That one there, smooth. That one there, smooth. If you look real close, you can see like where the threads used to be before they just got yanked out. So whoever put these in, I don't know if they tapped them too big. This one I think is okay, but all four of them have TIME-SERTs in them. So I called, because there's nothing else really. I called the TIME-SERT company, and they make something called a BIG-SERT, which is basically just a bigger bushing with threads on the outside and the inside. And that's the last hope for this crankcase. If that doesn't work, then need the left and right half of the crankcase. And then you gotta strip the engine and build it in the other case. So I've ordered the TIME-SERTs. We're just waiting for the kit to come in, and we'll make a video on that. Hopefully then we'll get this bike out of here. I mean, poor guy. It's gonna be fall time by the time he gets his bike back. So that's gonna be it for a little while. at least for this bike. So until next time, have a gooder, folks.